what's this?
Oh, it's
Look
Shovel
at us
Knight.
doing this.
Woo.
So I'm Alex.
I'm Jirard.
And with us today, joining us live from Six Flags Magic Mountain, California, it's Jake Kaufman.
What's that?
Yeah, what's up, dude?
I'm here with these dudes, and we're just like playing Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
that's, just all I do.
If you live under a
Play
rock,
it or make it.
yeah. if you live under a rock, Jake is the composer for all the music that you hear in this game.
Which Shovel Knight, in my opinion, has the best soundtrack music of all time.
Also, according to
Hands
IGN.
down.
You wanna? I could
Yeah.
just unzip your.
Yeah, if you don't mind, yeah.
And the sound effects too. Don't forget the sound
Oh,
effects.
right. That's
Absolutely.
Like
I want
just
my
a
sound
whole
effects homies to feel like, nobody cares about sound effects.
So, Jake, we took a poll. We asked people what they, because I only did the preview build that you gave me
Yeah.
way back when we did Interview Bros with you,
Mhm.
and I'm obsessed with Shovel Knight. Plague Shadows, I played through it. It's great. We took a poll, and I asked the fans, do you want to see a playthrough of Shovel Knight or Plague Knight? And all of them, overwhelmingly enough, said Plague of Shadows.
Yeah, because
so
it's that new.
It's that new stuff.
Yeah.
that
So-
dank new Plague Knight bitch.
dank Plague Knight action.
Dank Plague Knight action.
Get fucked up and plague.
So this is my
Plague Knight.
almost completed
I
playthrough
love how all
of.
of your things are permutations of beard. Well,
You got a
there's
couple of
boner,
boner in there,
couple
boners, but Jirard boner, beard.
Why so many boners?
You know what? If I had to guess, it must have been one of the interns messing around back when.
Back when we were doing
I hit the
Shovel
back
Knight.
button. Great. Yeah, back when I was feverishly playing this game every single day. Okay, let's see here. Let's delete one of the many boners. Here we go.
Why you gotta be deleting boners?
So, Jake, what's it like to work on Shovel Knight?
It's I would say it's not work, but yeah, it hella is work.
So like, what is like the work? Like, what is like, what? So, okay, Shovel Knight's done. You completely that soundtrack locked. Everything's done. How long before you started working on this?
Good question. So pretty much as soon as all the stuff was finished, marketing wise and all that stuff, and we were done doing the con circuits and stuff.
Sure.
Basically, I had to go out and sell the game.
Uh-huh.
And I did hardly any of that. I was keeping it real online. So they went out and did all that stuff, and then they returned to the studio a few months later, and we started on Plague Knight.
Right away.
But this was essentially a brand new game.
Yeah,
it's a whole campaign.
It absolutely is.
So they had to change all of the levels. I wrote all kinds of new music for it. I would say I spent probably maybe 4 months or so working on this.
Wow.
In between there, we had the Battletoads and the
Oh, the Kratos.
God of War
and the
stuff,
Kratos
which I literally bought just to play as the God of War armor and the Battletoads armor.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is a lot of fun. So we were working on that, and there were just little things here and there. When you're developing and publishing your own game, there's all kinds of like challenges and things you have to do for people. We went up on the Wii store on the Nintendo eShop.
Yeah.
And like took over with original music and stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So there's always little things to do to work on this, but when it's time to actually just go and work on the full soundtrack, it's kind of a hold all my calls kind of thing.
So is this behind you now, or are you still? Is there still things that you're
Are you
doing
still?
for,
Are you still
for
involved in
Plague-
Shovel Knight? And,
No, no.
Yeah, we have 2 more expansions to do.
Well, I just mean for Plague Knight. Like,
Yeah, Plague Knight is pretty much it's done deal. It's
Uh-huh.
out, and we're moving on to the next thing now,
great.
which is going to be one of the playable boss expansions. The next
Hell
one.
yeah, baby doll.
So if you love this, you're probably going to love the others.
So the good thing about Plague Knight's campaign is that it has nothing to do with Shovel Knight's campaign. So for those of you, well, I mean it does, but like
It ties in.
it
but
ties in. But you can play the Plague Knight campaign.
Yeah, it's
and
not just like a cookie
necessarily-
cutter. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's Plague Knight's trying to get Shield.
I
Whatever.
love the Danny Elfman-esque style of Plague Knight. It's
like
just so
creepier.
good.
Yeah, that was the whole plan going in. Like as soon as I heard Matsu-mai-san's actual track for Plague Knight's level,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's Danny Elfman. I know what I need to do now for the expansion. It's pretty obvious.
I always thought he looked like the thing from Beetlejuice. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, when he gets like transformed.
Yeah, the like
Mm,
face
dude.
thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
freaking.
Yeah, it does have a sort of Plague Doctor look.
Yeah.
Here's the part where I stayed for half an hour because I didn't actually read the instructions. That's how I'd jump.
Okay, so just to give everyone an idea at home,
Totally different mechanics.
totally
to
different
Shovel Knight.
mechanics. So I'm very much used to Shovel Knight's style, but Plague Knight handles so differently. He's he's more of like an acrobat artist almost. Just everything he does.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be like really cool to speedrun. If that makes sense.
We kind of had the feeling that he was going to be a speedrunner's character, because once you know the mobility and you have all the upgrades, you just fly through the levels.
Gas tricks.
Yeah.
Completely freaking just school them.
So Jake, what's your favorite track that you've created for the game?
For just the Plague Knight expansion or the full experience?
The full experience and, like, I guess overall. Or how about let's divide it in both? Vanilla Shovel Knight and Plague Knight.
Vanilla Shovel Knight, definitely Polar Knight stage.
Oh yeah.
Because it's funky and it's like got this like cool drop in it, and it's harmonically different from anything else I've done. So, and that's usually most people's least favorite track, but it's mine because I did something different for a change. And I guess for this one, probably that's a tough one. I'd say the battle where you're fighting against, well, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a battle theme that I particularly enjoyed.
The
And of
late
course,
game?
the waltzes, you know.
Yeah. Oh, the waltzes
The
are
waltzes
so good.
are so great.
This was a really emotional soundtrack because I was going through a lot of hard times in my life, and I just poured everything into this soundtrack.
And it definitely shows.
Cried a bunch of times and like not even kidding, actually.
So
There's a
you
lot
were
of feels in this.
you were telling me yesterday that like space is like starting to become an issue because of how much music there is.
Yeah, like we're releasing this physical copy, and on a cartridge, if you don't want to bump yourself up to the next size and pay like double and kill all of your profits, you got to fit everything on a small cart.
On a 3DS.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so all the Plague Knight music, I mean, we're pretty much at the limit right now. We had to recompress stuff and get creative. Like, we didn't want to ruin the quality of the music, so we got our programmers are like incredibly good, so they figured stuff out.
So what are you gonna do for like the next one?
The next two.
Well, I'm gonna write a crap ton of music, and then we're gonna figure out how to make it fit. It's not an issue on Steam or anything, but you know, the vast majority of the content of this game is just music, in terms of space, file size.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't look too like texture heavy.
Right. I mean, the art assets compressed down, the levels compressed down really well, but like music, there's just no way to compress it that well, unless you destroy the heck out of the quality.
So for those of you guys who don't know how Plague Knight's life bar worked, it's a little different than Shovel Knight. So you get these like temporary potions that you can use to, for your current life, maximize your HP. So that's why, like, in the beginning of Shovel Knight, you only have like 4, and you kind of slowly work your way up. But with Plague Knight, the minute you find the potions, you can use them. And that's not to say that you actually can't get more permanent ones, because you will throughout the game. So
it's like a little buffer because
yeah, it's a little buffer.
It's a little tougher for it to
You
be
know,
right.
I feel like you guys knew a lot of people were going to be dying a lot in this game.
Yep. It's a brand new feel, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's. I must have. You know, I look like I'm playing this pretty good right now, but when I first did the campaign, I felt so out of the loop.
It was a massacre. It's a brand new character.
Yeah, it took a while. It really did. And
It's
even
so
at
much
that,
more
up until,
complicated.
yeah, even to like the final stages of the final boss fights and such, I still was like, well, this is not how I should use the character.
Yep. Well, basically, the team has people in playtesting all the time. Like, we're not the type to, like, you know, just think it's good because the designer thinks it's good. You've got to test it on real people that are not, you know, necessarily pro gamers.
Yeah.
And you got to test it on pro gamers to make sure you have a balance, right? You don't want it to be too easy.
So that's why Sean didn't let me test the game.
Yeah, it's like, 'cause you're too pro.
That's probably what it was.
So yeah, we get speedrunners testing stuff. You know, old hands at Shovel Knight tested Plague Knight. So
Yeah.
we try to get as many different people playing it as possible.
I purposely did not play the game until after the game came out. You guys gave me an early review copy, and I waited.
You wanted to be a fan and not a reviewer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Because I fell in love with Shovel Knight. I'm still. It's the one game I honestly play it just to like relax.
Yep.
Almost like speedrun strats. Like, okay, this is like me warming up to do anything gaming wise. I'll load this level as Shovel Knight and just play through it.
Yep. I actually, like I've seen the game played because I had to in order to know what the pacing was going to be like for the music. But I hadn't. Oh no! Oh, so close. I hadn't
Later,
actually played it until the release date myself.
Oh
all the way
yeah.
through. Like, you know, I'd played a couple levels, but I hadn't actually gone through and
Like
played
beat the
entire
game. Yeah.
I just watched Sean doing it while I sat there like holding my temples the music was flooding into it. Oh, that's what it's gotta sound like. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking maybe a little Danny Elfman, maybe just a bit.
So you guys can see right away. There's a big difference in this level. Is usually there's a ladder going upward to the next portion. You guys changed a lot of the level layouts. There are specific now Plague Night only areas that we're going to be going to.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. See, and also just to give you an idea, I died, so I lost all my potions, but I had one, so I used it to expand my life temporarily.
Baller.
But that's not the only like extra collection mechanic in the game, right?
Oh no, there's a lot.
Yeah, there is huge. Like I haven't played Plague Night yet all the way through, so I'm excited to.
I also love the subtle nod because this part of the level is like, hey, Shovel Knight can just press down and climb through this area, but Plague Knight can't do that. So you have to like think outside the box. Like, what can Plague Knight do?
So those are middle finger bubbles.
Jumps that Shovel Knight can barely get to.
Oh yeah.
That are like nothing for Plague Knight. So we had to like redesign all the platforms to be challenging and put that kind of thing in there.
Yeah.
Basically, Sean and Herbster are just like absolute masters at level design. So I don't think there's any worry about like new mechanics breaking stuff. They pour over everything. The way I do over music, they're just obsessive about it.
He's like a fighting game character. He's so complicated. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of.
Oh, dude, we haven't even scratched the surface. This guy evolves into a different beast. As like, it feels like almost every single level he evolves into something else.
Well, right, because the whole thing is that he's like a potion maker, right?
Yeah. Well, so you may have been noticing I've been getting these green coins. Those green coins act as redeemable collectibles later on.
Like currency?
Yeah, you unlock more powers if you have enough green coins.
I see. So it encourages you to explore the level.
Exactly.
Cool boys.
Yeah, they're Bitcoins. So
yeah. So they're imaginary.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have mini crashes that ruin everyone.
Plage coins. Plage coins.
Plage coins.
Plage.
Plage Night is like something that like they say on the playground.
Plage Night because they don't know how to pronounce plague.
Because they don't. On the playground.
Out.
There we go.
Oh, kill me.
It has begun.
I remember like.
Oh, and this is where I die. Oh.
I remember when I was a kid, like trying to collect like the Chouse emeralds.
Oh yeah, one of my friends said Chouse too.
Yeah.
He also said poignant instead of poignant.
How
when you
poignant?
spend your whole life reading stuff online, you don't know how to pronounce words.
That's true. I was okay. You play Final Fantasy 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Titus or a Titus guy?
I'm a Titus guy just because that's how it looked at the first.
Yes.
And now all my weeb friends are just like,
it's Titus.
It's also Aerith. And I'm like, shut up. just go away.
Just give that to me, you know? Just like, let me have it.
Let me be an ignorant gaijin every now and then.
So is this game like your type of game, Jake? Is this like
I just got boners for platforms nonstop.
like this is the main zone for you?
Contra, like the original.
Oh yeah.
Constantly.
Constantly?
I can single credit it like loop like dozens of times in a row.
Yeah.
It's not that hard, but
it's like a memorization game.
It's a lot of rote, yeah.
Yeah.
There are certain randomish elements, but it's not really a speedrunning challenge, but it's my jam.
So Jake, I have to ask you before we start this boss fight. You worked on Shantae, correct, for all these years?
Yep, the entire series.
Do you actually own a copy of Shantae?
I do, a couple of them.
Dude,
The original.
those games are so rare nowadays.
I gave away a copy to special fans.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Good on you. That's so cool of you.
Signed.
Oh, man. When I get my copy, you're signing it because
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get it.
Yep, I got a couple copies, yeah.
Oh.
I'm not going to sell them, but
Keep them, man. Keep them.
I'm going to post them in a shadow box or something like that. But yeah, Shantae is my other love, basically.
He's got that backstory now.
Yeah. I always imagine that Black Knight is always like, hey, like just this character that's just like, I will defeat you no matter what happens to me.
He's basically the valiant do-gooder, although he's completely mistaken all the time. He's kind of a dumbass, but like, he means well, sort of.
He what? That's hilarious.
Traitor! Do what you will with the order, but none threaten the enchantress and live.
God, I'm gonna crush this game like tonight. This is too tight looking. The only time I even like saw the game played before right now is when I was at PAX in Boston.
Oh, so you haven't played the base game yet?
I played Shovel Knight.
Oh.
Yeah, I just haven't. I PAX at Boston this year. Sean and them had this showing.
Yeah, man. Like this game has more mechanics than like certain parts of LA.
The parts with lots of
It's
mechanics.
dense with mechanics.
Yeah. Literally on my street outside my house, there's like, it's like literally like a cannery row, but of mechanics.
Mechanicery row.
Mechanicery row. Mechanic
look at
curry
his hands,
row.
I love his hands. Oh yeah.
He's like giving into his like nerdy like
I love
Elaine
the victory
Venice.
theme.
That was the first thing I wrote for this, I think.
Yeah.
Is it like a challenge for you? Like I know you like work on like a lot of projects. Like, is it hard for you like when you because I mean I'm sure that you did something in between Shovel Knight and Plague Knight or during or at the same time as the entire time.
It's not hard to switch gears typically because when I go to sleep and I wake up the next morning, I'm like refreshed and I can look at something else, you know? But there's always some stylistic bleed over. You know, there's stuff in Shantae that sounds a little Shovel Knighty.
Yeah.
People even notice in the YouTube comments, they're like, it sounds like Shovel Knight. They're like, well, it's the same composer. Like, well, he's an unoriginal dumbass then. Plagiarizes himself all the time.
Oh my god.
Is that a thing? Can you plagiarize yourself?
Yeah, you remember the late, great James Horner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best composers of all time?
Yeah.
Like
Titanic.
there's soundtrack snobs that accuse him of like self-plagiarism and copying himself and doing the same thing over and over again. And like so does Nickelback, but if you got a formula that works, freaking go with it.
That's weird.
There's just certain motifs that just work really well.
Yeah. Alex, what's our question of the day today?
Question of the day. What's your favorite game scored by Jake Kaufman?
What? Why are you
That's
asking
such
that question?
that's such a specific question. I'm gonna say
God.
Shovel Knight because we're playing it and it's the fucking best.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shovel Knight also because it like literally like moved me when I played it and took me back to being a boy. But I'm interested to see what the brainies in the comments say.
I'm gonna say there's gonna be one guy that says Contra 4, and I will give that guy a high five.
Yeah. That person gets a high five from me as well.
Yeah.
What's Jake's fave?
I'm not telling you.
No. Oh.
That would be a conflict of interest.
Guess
One of my
Jake's
clients, "Ooh, it's not our game. I thought it was our game. You love us most."
guess Jake's fave in the comments below.
Yeah, guess what it is. You're probably gonna be wrong. We're not talking favorite soundtracks. We're talking favorite game to which a soundtrack is attached.
Yes, I
yes.
see. That's
Yeah.
right. The game doesn't necessarily have to be amazing. Your music is
Fave
attached to
soundtrack
it.
is definitely Switch Force 2.
Oh, okay.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
That's the kind of music I want to write for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But this stuff is like, I can't pick a favorite. You know?
It's too hard.
I
Yeah.
know I'm the exact right age to like listen to this and just like be transported by it. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm biased, but I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us for
Today.
Are we calling it Super Plague Bros, right? That's what this is.
Sure.
Super Plague Bros. Jake, thank you for being here.
Let's Plague. Super Let's Plague.
Let's
Let's Plague.
I'm incorrigible. I'm sorry, everyone who's watching this. I'm sorry. Somebody just put a bullet in me, please.
Next time on Super Plague Bros, we're gonna go ahead and probably tackle King Knight, which is like one of my favorite favorites.
I think he's my
So-
favorite character in the game.
The decadent dandy.
Yeah. All right. Later, man.
Later, man.